Preparing 70 physicians to go live on an electronic health record system entails having a great team to support those physicians and answer their questions. Premier Physician Centers says it starts with a good infrastructure.
Our goal was to establish an infrastructure that would support all of the doctor's needs, including any type of wireless device as well as any desktop system. One of our biggest challenges was to ensure that the system works smoothly for every aspect and to provide enough bandwidth for all of our providers as well.
One of the keys to their success in implementation was keeping the doctors involved in the decision-making when choosing a system to fit their needs, as well as giving them ample time to get acquainted with the system before their practice switches over.
We are a physician practice. We provide all of the business support for the physicians, but the physicians are leading and directing the key decisions here related to the EHR. And I think that their involvement, their interest in taking the time and effort to evaluate the systems allowed us to make a good decision related to our EHR vendor.
Well, we've had a lot of reluctant doctors. Some of our doctors have never used computers. We've actually been kind of surprised by some of them. They've gone out on their own and learned how to type. The system we have is mostly point and click. You can dictate into the system also for the lengthier parts of it. A lot of our doctors do that also. For the harder parts, especially specialists that need more detail than a point and click can provide. Most of our doctors, once they get in there, they learn that it's actually workable, that they can do it. And we have a few doctors that were very against it in the beginning. Once they got in there and used it, they like it. It gives them a much cleaner note than anything handwritten. It's easier to transfer out to other providers, especially when we send them for any kind of diagnostic testing. Everything's right there, quick and easy. I just think getting them in there, getting them used to it is what's important.
The doctors need to be patient and take their time to make sure the system is set to capture information in a way that fits the way they practice, says Dr. Ronald Garcia, who's been live with the system for a year.
It takes some time to make sure that you put accurate data into your software, because that's your building block. If you put the wrong information from the start, it would be hard to correct at the end. You don't want to be repeating the same wrong information as you go ahead. So the reality is really the first few months when you're transferring from paper to the electronic medical record, you have to spend a lot of time and dedication in doing that to have an accurate data that will be useful in the future. So you're investing time in something that will be really useful in the future. I've been on the system now for a year and a half. I'm documenting much faster now. I'm finishing my notes earlier, and I could access my patient's charts anywhere, and that has been really a big success.
All the specialties, there's a lot of customizing, and as meaningful use progresses, there's a lot more that has to be added. So Pat and I work on that on a regular basis, adding, making sure verbiage is correct, because no two physicians practice the same. There's a lot of personal touch in the system that you can't address all those. And that's what we do majority of the time, is changing it, fixing it, adding it, adjusting it.
While many small practices might not have the in-house assistance that Premier does, they can get help with implementation through the Regional Extension Center.
For some smaller practices in the area, being able to take advantage of the rec and their expertise, their consultative advice, as they would make that decision early on, I think would be critical.
Thanks to Premier Physician Centers for sharing their implementation experience with us. For more information on your Regional Extension Center, or to learn about Ohio's statewide health information exchange, CliniSync, visit www.clinisync.org.